Yes. What is good, my people? Welcome to 2015. I am your host, Tasha Rasay. This is the weekly homework assignment / podcast, episode number 78. But most importantly, this is a tribute episode to the great J Dilla. Now, if you're watching this for the very first time, welcome. If you are a returning watcher, welcome back. For those of you who are brand new, let me tell you what we do here. At computermusicacademy.com, we have this thing called the weekly homework assignment, where basically I give the people something to do every week. So let's say I give you a sample and you can only use that sample and that sample only, and you have 7 days to create a brand new track using that sample or with those instructions or other tools that I give you. 7 days to turn that into a finished product, return it, and I come back here after everything is all said and done. I turn it into a podcast. We jump on YouTube and we play it for the people. And as I said, this is the second. I guess this is now going to be an annual thing, and I'm very happy about that. But this is our second J Dilla tribute episode. I'm from Detroit. Need I say more? I'm from Detroit. I'm a hip hop artist and I'm a producer. And of course, I'm influenced, inspired, and I admire James Dewitt Yancey. I have always and will always be a big fan. And it just so happens there's a number of us at CMA who are fans also. So we present this tribute episode to you. Starting off, well, first off, we have 8 submissions this week. Starting off with one of our newer members who came in right after we finished the 2014 season, but he's eager to work. And we've been talking a little bit and getting involved in things over on the site. Now he finally has a chance to present himself. So, coming from Amsterdam, and if you watched last season, you understand the significance of Amsterdam. But representing Amsterdam, my man making his debut, Blackmonk. Let's go. Blackmonk making his debut on the weekly homework assignment / podcast number 78. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Blackmonk coming through. Yes. So, for anyone that's watching this for the first time and you're wondering how are we doing this tribute, it's very simple. You have the ability to take a J Dilla song, a beat that he made, and try to make your own version of it, or a Dilla-esque type tribute. Or it just could be something original that you feel that he would appreciate. It's all open to interpretation. It's no strict thing at CMA unless it's specified. Oh no, you can only use this sample and these 2 bars of that sample. But other than that, it's all left up to interpretation because we're all artists, growing or already established. And Monk did his thing with that. Obviously, that was the All I Do Is Think of You. I can never remember the original. That's not Michael Jackson. Anyhow, but yeah, use that, which we know Dilla used that. Was that on Donuts? But either way, I like how he flipped it. I like his usage of it. Very, very nice job, my man. All right, moving on to another gentleman who came in the fall of 2014 and hung around for the last, say about 10 or so episodes, maybe a few more. And he's slowly growing, doing his thing. So our man, Eclectic Amora, is back for 2015. Let's get into it. Eclectic Amora coming back for 2015. So funny because he used the exact same sample as Monk did, that Jackson 5 sample. That was a little odd, dare I say. That was a little odd. I think I saw where he was trying to go. When Dilla used that sample, I think that was off of Donuts when he used that sample. I know there was parts where it actually was at the regular tempo, but then it was other parts where it was sped up, so to speak. And I see that he tried to do that in his, where it actually got to the halfway point and it sped up. You gotta transition into that as opposed to just drop it off and then it jumps up to that double speed. That along with definitely needed some stronger drums, stronger sounds. It actually sounded its best when the sample was in there. And this, I like what he did as far as reversing the sample, but you still knew what it was. I really appreciated that part, but it was very minimal and very just very stripped down, and definitely needed some stronger sounds. Especially if you're going to have a beat that is minimal, the sounds have to be strong. The kicks and the snares, the hats, and whatever bass or whatever it is that are in the song, they have to carry that beat. And we definitely got some work to do with Eclectic, and that's cool. We get it out now. We see where we got to go for 2015, and come back, Lord willing, at the this time in 2016, we will see improvements in everyone. So shout out to my man Eclectic for doing his thing. Coming up to another man who came in last summer, early fall, last summer, somewhere in that area, representing Chicago, my man Taharka. Let's go. Yeah, Taharka. Okay, I see you, bruh. I'm smiling right now. I'm smiling. Why? Because Taharka has definitely he's definitely improved since the last we talked to him. At the end of 2014. Oh yeah, he has improved. He's been working. I like that. He had change ups pretty much throughout the entire song, but they weren't distracting. It didn't take away from the beat. It wasn't mind numbing or anything like that. I thought everything, the way the song progressed, was really nice. I liked the patterns. I liked the way he used the sample. I liked pretty much everything. I really liked the transition between this part to this part with filters. There was a couple of those in there. Very, very nice, my man. Excellent touch to that. Now, there are a couple things that I do want to point out. One, definitely needed a baseline. That needed some kind of baseline, but I know you're still growing. This is definitely growth. This definitely shows improvement. Oh man, great job on that. And two, definitely, I love the snares. I love the hats that you use. It was a couple different hats. That kick needed to use a kick that had I don't know, I want to say something a slightly more round, if you understand what I'm saying. That had a little bit more oomph to it. definitely would have brought that out just a little bit. And I would suggest going back, on your own time, of course, and going back and just switching out some kicks, playing around with some EQ and some filtering or whatever, and just kind of beefing up that kick or changing it to something else. But my man, you are definitely off to a great start for 2015. So thank you for that. Now, speaking of Chicago, we have another one of our members that, once again, he came right in at the tail end of 2014. Just as I was releasing episode 77, he walks in like, hey, what's happening? But also from Chicago, my man, Matt Hughes. Now, I'm excited for this because Matt Hughes, if you know anything about Chicago house, he's an established artist over there, and he's actually released records nation and worldwide. But he wants to switch it up a little bit. So he said he's coming to CMA to try to change it up and get into more, I guess hip hop type stuff. Because he has the electronic aspect down, but he wants to do more hip hop type stuff. I don't know what this beat is going to be, but we will see very soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Hughes, let's get it in.
Então você vai ver e vai voltar. E então você vai ver e vai voltar.
Yes, Matt Hughes making his debut for the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Okay. I see you, bruh. I see you. I really enjoyed that. I really, really, really enjoyed that. Because, of course, that is the sample from Running from The Far Side, the one that J Dilla produced. And still one of my favorite albums to this day, Lab Cabin, California. The album was phenomenal, if you ask me. That was easily their best work. Strictly because of J Dilla? Because he produced the majority of it? Maybe. But man, that was a great album. I loved what he did with it because he went. It sounds similar to the Dilla use of that sample, but he still had his own flavor to it. I do like that. Now, a bit minimalistic. Could have used. It did have a couple of transitions or change ups or whatnot Definitely could have used, well, definitely had a couple of transitions, a couple of mutes. Definitely could have used some transition. I mean, I'm sorry, some change ups. I'm screwing up my whole speech here. Definitely could have used a couple of hang on, I'm doing it again. Definitely could have used a couple of change ups where the beat just changed entirely. You know, you could have kept the drums the same. That would have been fine, but the actual sample or sequence and that stuff could have changed. Not hating on you at all what you did. I really enjoyed what you did. I like the drums you use. I like the use of the sample. I definitely liked the fact that you went back and got the vocals from Running. That was really dope. I really enjoyed it, with the exception of no freaking bass line. What is it with Chicago? Do I have to call Chicago out on bass? Do we have to start this whole Detroit Chicago thing again? Come on, Matt. But no, man, I really, really enjoyed that. And now that you're a part of the family, we're gonna get you where you need to go. And I'm pretty sure you being who you are, you're gonna help us and everyone else at CMA as well. So I'm looking forward to it. With that said, remember last year when Stephen G did his version of Running? Where the hell is Stephen G? I'm actually disappointed. It just occurred to me that Stephen G is not in this lineup. The hell's going on, man? Matt, welcome, my man. All right, moving on to another one of our established, esteemed, highly upheld, and respected artists. Our man down in Tampa, Gold 007. Let's get it in. Man, obviously it's been too long since we've done this because Gold has just showed out. You can tell Gold been in the studio like, damn, I ain't got nothing to do. All right, let me put something together. Let me figure out something to stay on top. And man, he delivered with that track. Shout out for that entire embodiment of work. Holy crap, that was nuts. I loved everything about it. He used a sample, Blue Little Blue Persuasion, which if I remember, he said correctly, that was something like it was used on one of the last episodes of Breaking Bad or something like that. I remember hearing the song before, but anyhow, I love what he did with it. Looks like he got 3 full sections out of that, if not 4. Man, that was pretty dope. I gotta give props for around, I think it was around the 1 minute mark, between 1 minute and 1 minute 10, where he broke it down and you heard the drums. His drums sound stupid in this track. Like he went and mimicked some Dilla drums as far as like the compression and the EQing and tuning and filtering. Holy crap, dude. And you heard a little bit of them again towards the end. The drums sound ridiculous, man. Oh, God. Gold is going to, yeesh, he's going to hurt somebody this year. Man, welcome back. All right. Moving on to slightly above Florida. Our man in South Carolina, DJ Lockturnal. Let's get it in.
It got to the point of everybody thought Tip did the beats that he rhymed on, and everybody thought the remixes in. I did interviews and they asked me questions like, yeah, so Tip did this and that. I'm like, no, I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. So it was like, yeah, after a while, it got to be frustrating. You know what I'm saying?
Internal, external, Lockturnal.
We dedicate this to these people out here getting ranked. Where the pursuit of the money is reality. Never phone on a click that you can't evaluate. See, I got things out here I need to situate. I got a fresh ass car with some gloss paint. People walking down the street until their face say. I got accountants out here handling big bags. As I sit into the crib with the sachet. In my room with the shark with the big tank. Don't get mad cause I'm doing things you just can't. Things you just can't. Things you just can't. Hey, 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 hey. What you say? Get this money. If they say, what you gon' do today? Just say, hey, I wanna get paid. Payday, 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 payday.
But man, you need to get back like the rebate. And biddies need to step up like the home plate. My man, now what you know about the Great Lakes? We contemplate on getting money like the sweepstakes. Sipping dark grapes, party in the dark shade. You see it if you cold chillin' like a ballet. Mar and biddies ride like a Harley. Money maker, Rico Suave. Hey, radio play that's like arcades. Every day the holidays, some niggas stay paid. You celebrate the holidays with the money. Ain't about the place so that you can stay your way.
Hey, 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 hey. What you say? Get this money. If they say, what you gon' do today? Just say, hey, I wanna get paid. Payday, 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 payday. Music is power. Music is power. Music is power. Music is power.
What the hell just happened, dude? Jeez, OP. Okay, let's break that down a little bit. From the initial, when it first hit, I hear the drums, and he didn't just loop it. He played the pattern out. It was the drums from Footsteps in the Dark. And then he replayed the pattern, even with the hi-hats. The hi-hats give it away like he actually played it. That, along with, he used, what is it, Singers Unlimited, oh my God. Layla, I think it is, that's what they're saying. He used that from Players. And then there was another sample in there that because it was going through the whole song, I actually lost what was happening in the beginning. But there's another sample all in the beginning. And then, oh, that was the song for Won't Do. That's what it was. It was the sample from that. Then it gets to the actual verse, which I didn't know it was a remix. This dude took the vocals and chopped them up and made them fit on top of his beat for Get This Money. That's 4 Dilla songs. That's genius, dude. That's absolute genius. I mean, and then the hook was crazy. Because like leading to the hook didn't sit the same way it does in the original Get This Money. He chopped that up and worked it and made it fit to his beat. Absolute genius. Now, I loved everything about this beat except for one thing. And I kind of understand why, but I have to ding you for not using By 10's verse. I have to. I'm from Detroit. I'm a Dilla fan. I'm a Slum Village fan. But man, holy crap. I did not expect to be blown away like that. Lock. Once again, that's another one of those dudes that's coming to get it this year. Oh my God. Dude, excellent beat. Ooh. Y'all better step your game up. This boy is coming. All right, moving on. To my man, Taurus Beats, who clowns every single time. Let's see what he's going to do this time. That dude does not play around. Taurus beats. Oh my. I thought that when it actually came together, I was like, I know that sounds familiar. And I went and looked it up real quick. He was inspired by the J Dilla Life instrumental. Man. Taurus. That dude has yet to let us down. And he won't. He won't allow himself to let us down. And that's what I love about him. Holy crap, that was so smooth, just laid back. It was a little minimal compared to what, some of his other submissions, where he has like horns and orchestra and, all kinds of crazy percussion and just really crazy build-ups and transitions. And this was really laid back, really subtle, but incredibly dope. And he's even though I don't think he's classically trained as a pianist, you'll never know because that dude can play his butt off when it comes to actually just laying down some keys. Man. If we do some more collaboration stuff this year and he gets involved, whoever he rocks with, he's going to make them look so much better than what they are. He's going to make that track absolutely ridiculous, man. But that's way over there. Taurus, thank you, my man. Jeez, that was crazy. And now for the final submission for this particular assignment / podcast. My man, Double Negative, who will be known from this moment on as Mr. Wallace. And there's a story involved. There's a reasoning involved in that. But he is now Mr. Wallace. So he's going to take it home for us for episode 78. Let's see what he's doing.
Bring in the bass and play it funky. Play it funky. Play it funky.
Where's Wallace at? Where's the boy, String? Where's Wallace? That's all I want to know. Where the fuck is Wallace? Huh? Look at me! Where the fuck is Wallace? Huh?
Yes, yes, yes. It feels good to be back doing this. Mr. Wallace, formerly known as Double Negative, at least on the podcast, doing his thing, wrapping up week number 78 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast, the J Dilla tribute. I enjoyed every single submission this week. Shout out to everybody that participated. Mr. Wallace, Taurus Beats, DJ Lockturnal, Gold 007, Matt Hughes, Taharka, Eclectic Amora, and Blackmonk. And thank you, Mr. Yancey, for years, decades, centuries. Even though you only made it to your early 30s, you have given us music that will last forever. It is classic. It has no expiration date. It will play. It will be appreciated. It will be upheld forever. Whether it's you with Slum Village, you with Frank and Dank, you with Fat Cat, you with your brother, you as a solo artist, whatever. You producing for someone else, you have made some of the most classic and just some of the greatest music ever made. Whether you're a hip hop fan or you're a fan of anything else, this dude has definitely brought it, and we will enjoy his music and his legacy forever. So, sir, thank you for everything you have done for us. And thank you to everybody who is listening, who is watching, who actually took time to kick it with us for this particular week. Now, we are still on break until March, but I got some things in the works. You're going to be hearing from us a lot sooner. But, double but, if you would like to be a part of season 3 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast, number one, you see, we're no joke over there. We're not playing around. Cats are bringing it. Cats are coming in. Cats are elevating their game. They're learning from the stuff that I put on the site. They're learning from each other, from working with each other, if you watch episode 77, and so on. It's all about working. I am going to put you to work. With that said, if you want to be a part of what we do, you want to step your game up, you want to evolve, if you want to make better music, come on over to computermusicacademy.com and join us. It is that simple. I'm done. If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please do. And I'll talk to you next time. See ya.